welcome to the 10th episode of our superhero campaign, Marvel is the New Vanguard, Piercing Chaos. We're so excited to be here and start our own Marvel adventure using the rules from the Marvel Multiverse Roleplay game playtest. We're going to jump right into the story, but first let's have the cast say who they are, who they're playing, and of course upcoming projects that they're working on. And as always, we love to start with our fantastic narrator, Elisa. Elisa, like to talk about yourself?
Sure. Hi, I'm Elisa Pearl. I am the narrator of the story, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram as Elisa Pearl, at Elisa Pearl. I'm on TikTok, The Real Elisa Pearl. And I don't know, there's always new stuff bubbling up in my world, but I'll just be tweeting about it. Whatever's happening right now in the future, I'll just be tweeting about it. So go look at my Twitter.
All right, that works. Next, we'll go ahead and move over to our special guest, Markia. You'd like to talk about yourself, not who you're playing, because that's a secret, and of course, projects that you're working on.
Oh, yes, it's such a secret. I wonder what's going to happen with it. Yes, hi, I'm Markia McCarty. I am a voiceover actor, host, producer. I'm also the marketing director for Hunters Entertainment. So something really great that is coming mid to late September. It's the Kickstarter for Kids on Bikes 2.0. So yeah, very big deal. We have a lot of fun things that we're going to be rolling out, including channels that are going to be participating in stuff with Kids on Bikes 2.0. So go ahead and check us out on our Discord, or you can follow me on social media, and I'm going to have all of this information there too. That's at Markia McCarty, MARKEIA MCCARTY. If you're a Twitch or TikTok person, it is Darth Markia.
Oh, I like that transition. Next, we have the wonderful Cynthia Marie. You'd like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on.
Sure. Hi, I'm Cynthia Maria. Happy to be back. Miss you all. I'm a streamer, TTRPG enthusiast, engineer by day, used to be a dancer, whatever. I do a whole bunch of things. You can find me on the social media, Twitter at CynDancer, or Instagram, Cynthia__Maria. I do a whole bunch of things, so just come check it out. Or I just post stuff about being anxious all the time, so being an anxiety warrior. So come join for the mental health awareness stuff. Tonight I am playing Yamaya Aquinas, one who doesn't have a superhero name yet, but she's kind of your cross between Wonder Woman and Storm. We haven't figured out quite exactly her background, except for the fact that she has 2 kids, and she is married to a very, very Cinnabon kingpin. So excited to be back.
That was so true. In case you did not see how sweet this cinnamon bun is, make sure to check out episode 3. It was absolutely fantastic. Next, we'll make our way down. We have the wonderful Nas Wiki. You'd like to talk about yourself and who you're playing and projects you're working on.
Hi, I'm Nosferatu. I play John the Noir Ghost Rider. You can find me on Twitter at NosferatuTTRPG and ask for any projects. I don't plan, I just exist.
I exist in the void.
I just happen to appear at a random places. Currently I'm bouncing between here and Thala Unbound, and that's about it.
All right, fantastic. Next, we have the wonderful Ree. You'd like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on.
Hello everyone, you can follow me on the socials at Big Dude Ree, all one word. Tonight I am playing Usnavi da Costa, the radiant ally of our party here, who likes to go fast, and apparently other people can't keep up with that. But so what we're up to, what else I'm up to over on the re-rolls, we have both Erythian Knights, and by this time, our Mage the Ascension campaign, The Tower, where we discover what happened with the Tower of Babel, should be coming up, and you should be enjoying that story. So go over and check us out at Rerolls to see how that's going to turn out.
All right, fantastic. As for yours truly, I'm Kira A58. I play the Sweet Bean divinity that just likes to drink Mountain Dew, eat Cheetos, watch Twitch, and then maybe he has to throw Mephisto 30 feet if he has to. We know who sums. With that said, of course, you can be able to find all of our projects listed at the Kira A58, as well as the Cookout TTRPGs. In terms of projects, around this time frame, we will be having a project dedicated to The Expanse from the Amazon Prime TV show. So make sure to take a look out on Greater Restorations, his Twitch channel. And I won't say who I'm playing, but let's just say we are super excited to put our little foothold in the X-Mass universe. In terms of other projects, there's a couple more coming out, but you know what? We'll keep those a secret for now. Just make sure to follow us on Twitter at the Cookout TTRPGs for all your TTRPG related goodness and some Die Hard Dice giveaways sometimes too. And with that, we'll transition over to our wonderful narrator, Aliza. Aliza, take it away.
Last time, the party was moving through a tiny portal with their tiny selves from a lab that they found out was actually in the quantum verse, where one version of Dr. Angela Winston, the version from the Marvel Noir universe, has been held captive and forced to work on the scientific projects of the big bad, Dr. Angela Winston. The team has been sent through this portal by that very same Noir Dr. Angela. And going through that blue light that turns to white, you all land with a squish. As your eyes adjust to what you're seeing around you, it's a swirl of color. And it may be hard to tell at first, but you smell something very chemical, very strong. But wait, you look at your hands and you all are colorful liquid. You see these splashes of color all around you. Some are moving as if they're in rivers of color. Lots of different splashes of different colors moving together in spirals or curving around a bend. You see these sheets that are vertical to the ground that are made of paint. And the main color of paint, say, is a dark green, and then there are all these other colors swirling around and through it. It is very chaotic.
You all see this too, right?
Yes. Am I in a Pollock painting? This is too wild for Picasso.
I have no idea.
I think I kind of like being smaller better. I'm not sure how I feel being an artistic tool.
And Usnavi's gonna check his communicator to see if it's working.
You raise your arm and look at it, and all you see is goopy paint flowing. The communicator is also paint. Everything on you has turned to paint.
Are we acrylic? Or oils?
I feel like we should have just stayed in the other world with the giant monster things. Does anything around us look like anything we recognize? Like, are there buildings, stores, or is this...
Go ahead and roll logic. And the target number will be 27 for both of you.
Yeah, they're 12. They're not. Yeah, that's nope. That's 11.
Okay.
Nope. Mm-mm.
So
Not happy, Captain.
Divinity's not quite sure what they're seeing. Usnavi, how did you do?
20. I got a 24.
24? You can't
24.
quite piece together what you're seeing. Aid and Electra are also here with you. And they also are looking around very confused. Actually, let's have you both roll for them, their logic, target 27, to see if they can make sense of this.
Ooh, okay.
Does Aid have
14.
the highest logic?
They
Was
have
that a
high...
four-
What?
Wait, sorry. Did you say 14 for Electra? Oh, no. Electra does not know what's happening.
What, 86?
26. Oh, do you want to use one of her karma?
Oh, okay. What?
Because you're one off.
Oh,
27 was the target.
Oh, okay. And that's on the Marvel die. Sure. Okay.
Okay.
Yo, 666. Well, I mean, that's
What?
not a ultimate fantastic success, but yeah.
Oh, I see. I got it.
Mhm.
So, okay, so your total is over 27 then, it sounds like.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah. Captain America, you look over to them and you see the round shield, but it's just a pool of circulating, gently swirling paint, as is the rest of their body. And they say, well, I think that might be a building. And they point over to that green, almost waterfall of paint that's just gently rippling.
Okay, I guess we could try to go there. Everyone just avoid Control Z, and we should be fine. That's how you get rid of stuff with Photoshop.
So are you all walking over to the green? Yeah. Okay.
Mhm. Can we fly or we have to walk?
Do you want to try to fly?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, we don't like using our feet if we don't have to.
Yeah. Every time you step, it's like a weird sloshing sound too. It's almost kind of slippery. So
like
so
wet socks.
yeah. So Divinity, you on one of your steps, you just kind of gently bounce up. And yes, you all actually now get, well, you were the two who could fly anyway. But yes, in this world, everyone does have a flying speed.
Oh, everyone has a flying speed. Okay.
So yes. So Captain America and Elektra watch you do that. And then they try and they also kind of gently float up towards that green building.
This is so cool. We're like stealth bombers now.
I don't think that's the comparison. Never mind. Let's just keep going before something happens.
All right.
So as you approach this green waterfall facade of paint, a burst of another paint color flies through it, followed by Markia. Can you describe what the second splash of paint they see is, what it looks like coming out of that building?
Yes. So the second splash of paint that you see, it is for what you can tell from, outside of like the paint background, it's a humanoid figure, has kind of like a zebra effect, but color, all these colors of a zebra effect of a type of a flowing dress that is streaking through the sky. The hair is multicolored, and from those of you that have spent time with Black people, that it's luscious 3B 3C hair that's but made of paint, floating floating through this paint world, and you would logically assume that this is a she-they that is flying through the air and is cursing a lot. And you're hearing stuff like, "You blurping splashers, not again."
Are they talking to us?
You see,
I don't know. We should follow though. We should
the
definitely
first
follow.
splash that exploded out of that building. It's like a dark blue with streaks of white, and it is also humanoid in this very fluid, painty shape. It kind of tumbles and rolls, and then the puddle of paint stands up, collects itself, and says, "It's nice to share."
It's not sharing if you steal again, you congealed splashy.
Why do you have to use that kind of language?
Why do you have to come for all of my... Do you have any idea how much effort it takes to make these chemicals, to make these amino acids?
Yeah, that's why we want them.
Well, then just make them on your own. Stop coming for mine.
You're the only one who can do what you do with the making the pictures on your puddle and then making them into real things out of paint. No one else can do that.
I swear to the great splash in the sky that if you come near me again and my chemicals again, I'm going to smear all of you.
You know what? It was just me today, but I tell you this. The B. Moores are coming for you, Dr. Angela Winston.
Okay, you know what? No one threatens me and gets away with it. And I'm going to attack them.
Okay. They're going to try to dodge out of the way. So this is going to be probably agility versus agility. What kind of attack are you trying to do, though?
Okay, so for this, it's going to be additional limbs like pop out of her humanoid form. From those, she's going to utilize say dominant hands, new hands, where she's going to swirl paint like ambidextrously, swirling paint onto those arms to then pull forth swords, scimitars. So she has 4 scimitars in her hands.
Amazing. Okay, so your target number is going to be 26. Are you trying to throw them or?
Let's throw 2 of them.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep 2 for actual fighting.
All right.
Oh. All right. All right. It was 5, a 5, and a 3. So what is that? 10, 13 plus.
Plus your agility modifier. Ooh.
Sorry, my screen went all weird. My second screen went all weird, so I can't bring up my roll 20 right this.
Okay. It's your agility. They're going to be shocked when they hear this. 25 is your agility modifier. So yeah, 25 plus 13 is well over 26. So yeah, tell me how the scimitars attack. And I will just say too, being from this world, you know that there are certain types of damage that your paint people are more resistant to. So you choosing scimitars, it seems like you were trying not to hurt them too much because you know this is a type of damage that they'll recover from more quickly, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This was a very strong warning, not a death battle.
Right. Okay. Yeah. What does it look like with when those scimitars let loose?
Okay. So you see that she's after they're thrown, she's using those 2 hands to also go like this to be like normally when you throw something you're like, oh, just to the side, but it looks like she's actually doing that. And the scimitars then arrow in crisscross and do a on them, kind of like if it was in a cartoon and you cut off people's clothes, but they're kind of okay.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So the scimitars slice through parts of this paint person. And so splashes of blue and white streaked paint float off of them and they say, hey, that stung. And they kind of reach back out to reabsorb those splashed off pieces.
You'd better get out of here, and I do not want to see you again. And besides, this part of Paint World is not nudes. Get out.
Vermilion, which is the name of this person that you know, splashes and rolls and spirals away. And now you see some new splashes that you've never seen before, perhaps.
I already warned you off. Don't make me get serious with this.
What? Who are you?
Don't play innocent. Don't play innocent with me. I know that you're with Vermilion, you're with the rest of the B Moors, and I'm warning you now. Head out or face my wrath.
I think there's a misunderstanding. I don't know who Be More or Vermilion or this world. We're new here.
Oh, we're being cute today.
Oh, I'm cute.
As much fun as this conversation is, I do think we have something to talk with you about. Your name is Dr. Winston. Did I hear that right?
Dr. Angela Winston, yes. Sometimes referred to as Dr. Paint.
Oh, now I get it.
Right. Well, we do have some things to talk to you about. Is there like a...
You
private
can't have my
can?
chemicals.
I don't.
You can't have them, and I'm going to attack.
I don't need them at all.
We don't want them, but sure. We don't want you. You got it.
This is a misunderstanding, but I'm totally attacking.
Okay. Yeah.
Who are you attacking? Just to verify.
Who is closest?
I think we probably would come around the same side. One would be to give a quick description of our characters. I think you have an image of what. Oh no, we're paint, so we don't look like that. Never mind. So what a character, I guess if size is still the same, one character, what yours like 5'10", I think, right? That's how tall Usnavi is? About 5'10"?
6'4".
6'4"? Okay. And my character is a 7'2". But we're about the same, we'll be sitting next to one another, so.
Okay. Then probably go for the bigger person in that lineup. In this case, would reabsorb the scimitars and is going for a restraining effect.
Okay. And Divinity, what's your target number for, might or agility, however you want to.
Oh, they take everything. Their target defense is at 36.
So, Dr. Paint this would be an agility attack.
Yes. 6, 4, and a 3. What is that? 10, 13 plus 25.
Oh, I forgot again. That's a high one.
That's 28. Well,
13 plus 25.
Oh, 13.
That's
Yes,
38.
sorry. 38.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, how does your attack hit?
Okay, so Dr. Angela, it's like greased lightning. Goes and it's like this spinny like around divinity to where it's kind of like Mr. Fantastic, but like paint, like around to where her body is like off to his like right shoulder, like her arms are still free. She still has the 2 arms there, and but she has him ensnared right now. But she's also holding him. But yeah, she's like this. She's like, if I have to catapult you out of here, I will.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. That is not the best idea for you at the moment. I wouldn't do that.
Can I break free now? I don't want to hurt her. Okay.
And they're going to simply attempt to try to power out of this grapple, which would be a strength check for me.
Strength check?
Mm-hmm.
Double trouble.
Double trouble. Okay. So let's see. Is this a contested roll, or would this be?
It will be against her target number.
Okay.
For her might defense, which for Dr. Paint is might defense 22.
Yeah, I'm good.
Does this include my defense stance?
Ooh. Remind me what that does. Any fight attacks made against the character have trouble. Yes, I gave them double trouble. Mm-hmm. Because you have unflappable poise and defense stance. So yes.
Okay, so with this, I would just roll it just to see. I already have the base number to break out. However, I rolled a 6 and a 1 on the Marvel die and a 5. Which was would you like for me to re-roll? The 1 and the 6, I'm presuming?
You rolled a 1 on a Marvel die?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the 1 and the 6.
All
Yeah.
right, gotcha. Okay. So that would be 51.
Okay, so divinity, that double trouble usually you would just flip out of this no problem, but the double trouble, describe to me how being paint slows you down a little bit at first.
So divinity there is confused with this spin movement, and they're trying to understand the way their body is supposed to move in this quality of paint, because they're familiar with paint but they're not 100% familiar with paint. And just by being in this different physique from before, you can tell like they're trying to understand how their arms should move around, and they struggle a bit to try to get a grasp on this body in this form essentially. But essentially, as they try to get a good grasp, I feel like the alien inside kind of like helps out a bit, and you see like this kind of glow appears. It's just like, nah, not today, and then they kind of help burst out from this restraint.
After bursting out of that restraint, the alien in your head says, I don't feel so good. I feel Ripley.
Wait, what? Ripley?
Like I'm rippling, like not solid.
Oh, I think none of this is solid. I don't know what's happening here. We gotta get out of here. I don't like this place.
I don't like it either.
Yeah, let's see if we can. Well, I mean, we could just go. We don't have to be. Oh, wait. Can you get us out of here?
I can barely. Ugh.
Oh, never mind. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You sense the alien is like nauseous or something. Like she does not seem all there today.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think it makes perfect sense being in the middle of a Picasso painting. That would throw a loop for just about anybody. So they look towards the others and says,
We don't want to hurt you. Why are you trying to attack us for? We just ended up here.
I'm going to use my reaction to wisecrack at the next biggest person that I see.
Okay.
Oh, you think you slippy painters are going to put one over on me? Did you think I was painted yesterday?
So I guess that would be Usanabe. Usanabe is the only one that's, because the other two individuals are there, but that's technically based off of.
Yeah.
Do I roll to defend? I don't know what that does.
Yeah, remind me what happens here.
The character cracks a joke at the enemy's expense. The enemy takes psychic damage to their focus equal to the character's ego defense.
Are you muted, Ree?
No, that's just a lot of damage.
Oh, you were just reacting, wordlessly reacting to the damage.
I use that for stuff. You know, I was having fun here up until a few minutes ago. Listen, we don't really need to fight. We've been fighting a lot of people recently, but we do have some questions for you. So can we find, I don't know, what, a paint can for a conversation? I don't know if that's what we do here.
Is this Photoshop? This is the Control Z. This is the Control Z probably. I think that's what it is.
What are you talking about?
This is paint. We're in a paint world somehow. You're part of Adobe. You're probably their server or something that's trying to. I pay my bill. Well, I don't pay my bill. My parents pay the bill. But
I don't think they know that this is made of paint. But it's not important. We can talk about all of that later. Have you met anyone else very strange recently?
Okay, neither of you get the point that we're battling right now. You realize we're fighting you. I'm
That-
fighting you.
It's not really a fight. It's not. It's
So
not really a fight.
if I fight you, would that make you feel better?
I don't want you to steal my hard-earned chemicals. That would make me feel better.
We're superheroes. We wouldn't steal.
What's a superhero?
Superheroes help people and save people and stop evildoers.
Like the
I'm-
B-Wars, then.
Yeah, I'm 12. I mean, like, if I was to steal, my parents would get upset.
Be very bad for all of us, actually. But yeah, we don't really know what your chemicals are, nor do we really want them or need them for anything, really.
Maybe the other Angela wants them. Because, you know, the other Angela has been capturing other Angelas. Oh. Is somebody coming after you?
Well, the B-Moors are. I'm literally the only Angela I know. Okay, I'm starting to believe that you're not with the B-Moors now, since you just seem so scattered.
Well, yeah,
And-
we're not used to this place. We come from an entirely different world. I like paint. I like to draw. I never thought I would become it. This is taking art to a whole new form.
Oh,
Usually we
okay.
aren't the ones that do the talking. There's usually a different person for that. But this is what we're dealing with now.
If you wait, okay, I'm going to humor you for a second. If you are not made out of paint, what are you normally made out of? Paper? Which paint goes on?
Oh no, no. We are made of bones and what did I learn from biology? We are made from skeleton and skin and atoms. This is why I got
for me.
This is why I got
A
to
lot of
see in
sunlight.
biology. I didn't do so well in that one. I didn't tell mom about that. But yeah, we're not made of paint. We come from a world. We're made of skeletons and bones. I wish I can show you. Can I draw? Can I paint here?
I feel
Everyone
like
can
we're
paint.
getting-
You know, I'm just going to I'll just and then Dr. Angela just kind of does a little kind of like doing a little bit of distance. looking at the both of you and it's like, okay.
And
these people.
they're going to attempt to try to draw like what they will look like in their own world, in this paint world. Because, you know, they draw and paint, so they're hoping maybe that would channel into this universe in some way, shape, or form. Probably not, but they could try.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll a logic check.
Yep, I'm 12. I don't got much there, but look at
Target's going to be 26.
26?
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Okay, I would literally have to get. Nope, not possible. Never mind. Nope.
Not possible.
And I rolled horribly. That was a 3-1. And oh no, that was a 1 on a marble die, though. But yeah, no, couldn't work. That was
I'm going to say you're not able to achieve the like level of artistry you want, but you are able to draw something. What does it look like?
So I feel like because they're 12, their artistic skills is not the best. It's probably like, you know, maybe early Dragon Ball Z levels. So probably this is where it looks like, you know, where you have the people with the big face, and then when they're humans, when they draw humans, they're like circle for muscles, and then they kind of have like the little box for the body, and then like another box for the legs, and then these little flat shoes. That's kind of looks like one of those old costumes. You know how those costumes kind of have like those bubble muscles, and they were like those bubbles for like the abs and stuff like that. That's what it kind of looks like, but like them in a way. And they're just like,
Not like this, but kind of.
Oh. Actually, in a way, it kind of reminds me of a paintsy.
A what?
A paintsy. It's a it's an artist that no one actually knows their identity, but they tend to paint things and particular locations. It's kind of a rebellious kind of a deal. It kind of reminds me of that.
Oh, so I did good. Okay.
The early years, early, super early.
Well,
Early years.
I'm just 12. I mean, I haven't taken that many art classes just yet. So maybe with time progress, I would be the late years of Pacey. Maybe.
You definitely have the potential.
Thank you. Wait. If people are coming after you, where are they? We can stop them.
Oh, the B-Moors? Well, they're constantly coming. They wait for me to make Okay. So you said your definition of superhero is someone who does good things for others and chases off evildoers? Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I would assume that they have abilities that they could use that others aren't able to use, which is why others would keep on coming after them.
Yes. Oh,
Then I think I might be a superhero by your.
And so they're coming after you because you were trying to do the right thing.
Well, I do help those, but I also help those that help themselves. You know, you can't just help everybody, kind of a thing. But yes.
Well, we can help out if you would like it. But we have friends. We have more. Oh, can we call you Maya from here? And John?
It's the communicator function, and I'm pushing it on my arm.
Yeah, Usnavi, once again, you raise your arm, and yeah, the communicator is just a swirl of paint, just like the rest of you. There's no like distinction between the materials you used to have on your body and your body. Everything is paint right now. You can see the impression of what things once were there, but it's all kind of a part of you.
This road is very inefficient.
Doctor,
you have things, phones.
If you describe it to me, I can literally make it out of the tattoos on my body. The paints that I swirl, I can make into anything that I can imagine.
and Dr. Angela, I'd like you to do a vigilance check. So your target number will be, this will be easy. So 22.
Okay. Vigilance 20. I got a 21.
Oh, snap. Would you like to use a karma?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and well, I mean, I got I'll use a karma. I'll re-roll one of the 4s because I'm gonna keep the 1.
Yes, keep the 1. That's good. The 1 is it on your Marvel die?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. Then it's just a 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna use one of my karmas to re-roll that 1 then, because it doesn't do anything for me.
You can only go up from here.
Yeah, well, I got a 5 on that one.
Oh yeah. Yes.
What is that? That's 25.
Okay. Dr. Angela, you basically being on this canvas that you know as the canvas where your business is, you recognize some of the splashes that you see swirling around. They're the regular people that come and go. And you see a palette of school splashes swirling by you, and they actually are coming towards you. There's about 7 of them. You recognize some of their colors as colors that you've seen before. And the one in the lead, which is a kind of peach color, kind of swirls up to you. And she says, "Hi, Dr. Angela." Hi.
Hello. Is it about that time? What time is it? I always lose track.
It's time for you to show us your trick again.
You always come by here and it's like, oh, I really shouldn't show off. Okay, what do you want to do?
Yeah, the palette of school splashes are all like, show us, and some of them are like, I want a really long pointy thing. I want a round bulbous thing. I want a whole lot of, they just like shout out shapes and things to you.
And as they're doing that, Dr. Paint then swirls everything that, but makes it very kid friendly. Long pointy thing.
Oh God! I did not think about that before I said it.
Bulbous thing is a balloon animal.
Yes, thank you. That's what I meant.
Yes. and these are all like, these splashes are like coming off of her. It's kind of like, I don't know, kind of like a Fantasia.
Yes, I love it. And describe to us a little bit more about how this power works too. Like, are you able to like create the colors? Are they still fully paint? Are they solid? Like, what else do they look like?
It literally looks like Dr. Angela is taking the world around her, like the colors within it, and mixing it on her arm or on her body, like you would like a paintbrush or like a palette brush. But instead of having that, she's just using her fingers. And she draws on what it is that she wants and literally just pulls it out. Anything else that it needs, it seems to gather, like literally like become solid matter or whatever it is, like pulling what it needs from what she swirled on her arm, and then there it is. It exists and it's solid and it's a real thing now. So, and she's done the additional limbs now, so everything that she's doing is becoming real things. And she looks over at the two of them and is like, it's not just solid objects. This is how I make my chemicals and explosions. Those are explosions. All right, finale then. Gathering all of the objects that she's made that have been floating around there, she then like coalesces them all together and then does like up in this like this big firecracker kind of like near the end of Men in Black 2. A whole lot of fireworks around Statue of Liberty. That's going on.
The paint children are losing their minds, just like so Usnavi and Divinity. What it looks like is these slightly vaguely humanoid blobs, but less humanoid looking. These blobs of paint are just like bouncing and swirling and like bumping up against each other. And it is a very psychedelic view for you. And so the peachy one in front says, "Thanks so much, Dr. Angela. We'll see you tomorrow."
Not if I see you first.
Ah! And they start rolling and swirling away down the canvas.
Wow, that was amazing.
We are certain we didn't die, right? We're absolutely certain. I'm
pretty sure it's not the case. I mean, John's universe is all black and white, so it makes sense that this is the exact opposite.
Mm-hmm. So, they look towards Dr. Angela Winston, and as they step a bit closer, they say,
Yeah, so you can make whatever you want, whatever your mind can think of?
Yes, I'm literally restricted by my imagination. I can even take matter from, because you see what I do. It's like I deconstruct matter and then reform it. So I mean, I haven't tried, but I could probably do that with beings as well, if I wanted to. But I'm sure the B-Moors would be, I'm sure my last warning was enough.
Yeah, that you sound like Electra with that last statement. That she likes to stab people and kill people.
Electra says, I do like to stab people. It's true.
So let's avoid doing things that are probably illegal somewhere. Can you make one of these? And I will use holographic illusion to basically make like a three-dimensional diagram of what I understand the communicator to be. So like it'd be like the thing, and then it would show like, I don't know, the technical know-how that I know about it in real time. Like you've seen like Star Trek's thingies. It looks kind of like that.
Cool. Okay, so let me look at holographic illusion. Does this normally require a roll? Because I'm going to have you do a roll, but does it normally require one?
If the illusion is meant to fool someone, I have to make a check, but I'm not
Okay.
trying to trick anybody.
Then in that case, I'm just going to have you roll to see how well you can make it correct. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be a logic roll. And it's going to be 21 target number.
I rolled a 613, which
Oh,
so it's 22, but I'm gonna use karma because I want to see if I can get a 616.
yeah. No.
No.
Okay.
No.
But you got your 22. So, yeah, and where does this come from? Where does this holographic, does it like project off of you, or what exactly are we looking at?
It starts small in the palm of his hand, but as he's pulling more and more light, it slowly grows in size. Since this world is made up of like a liquid, you can actually see the light being pulled together to form the illusion. So it just starts off kind of like a small ball, and then it becomes more intricate as it grows up. It almost looked like a planetarium. If you've been inside like one of those, it kind of looks like one of those big balls.
So so it says you're manipulating visual light to create a realistic hologram. Got it. Cool. Okay. So yeah, Usnavi creates this very realistic looking 3D holographic image of the communicator.
Oh, okay. I see. Oh, that's on the one hand, it's very cute and cunning, and then on the other, it's so simple. Why didn't I think about making one of these myself? And I'm gonna use, I guess, maybe scientific expertise to do the check for me to be able to make this communicator now.
Yes, and I'll remind you that you also have your lab not too far from here, right in this green building. And that would also give you a little bit of a bump when you do this.
And in fact, you kind of see Dr. Angela, like the holograph, kind of see like do like a matter thing around it to like kind of nestle it in so that it'll travel with her.
Oh snap! Cool.
Where then she's just like in her head like, oh yes, I could do this here and do that there, and she's just like she's just walking or gliding. She's just gliding back to the building that they were walking towards while just talking out loud to herself.
We're supposed to follow, right?
Yeah, I was gonna do it anyway.
Okay.
And they would just float behind her as they follow to the side.
All right. So as you all walk into that building, we're going to cut over to the home base. So the pocket dimension that is the home base of the new Vanguard. Right now, Uatu, America Chavez, and John are gathered, kind of discussing next steps, trying to figure out how else they might be able to find a location of the rest of the party, wondering how they're doing. When America's communicator blips and she says, oh, that's Yamaya. And she opens a star portal right in front of you all. And Yamaya, you step through.
Whew. All right. What did I miss?
A whole lot, right, John?
Oh, you're muted.
Can't hear you, John.
It's silent films.
Right down. He's like, yeah, all up.
Yeah. did you? So where you were, I mean, the crystal retreated everywhere. It looks like, but did you see it happen?
I mean, I heard about it. I wasn't really paying attention too much.
Okay.
I was with the kids a lot.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you were safe because that could have also been dangerous for people. But it seems like there weren't that many injuries or casualties when the crystal retreated.
Oh, good.
Because it was going into those portals. It didn't even pierce the ground or anything. Well, in some places it did, but
Did we figure out why it retreated?
no, we haven't figured that out. The portals are all gone, and we haven't been in touch with the rest of the party because they rode the crystals, one of the crystals, down into the portal, and we haven't heard from them since.
Whose idea was that?
Yeah,
Sounds like
Divinity.
Usnavi.
If you say it's divinity, though,
It's probably
Okay.
both of them.
Okay, so they rode the crystals through a portal, and we haven't heard from them since.
their communicators seem to be turned off, or they're just not getting signal wherever they are.
Can we try again?
Absolutely. I've been trying on regular intervals, so might as well do another one. She pulls up her communicator, starts trying to ping each of the missing party members, and gets back no signal from them. Would you like to try on yours?
Yes.
Okay. I will tell you that this is going to be so difficult. It's basically impossible.
Well, why not? We'll just try anyways.
Okay.
What's the
All
worst
right.
can happen?
All right, so let's see what this will be. I guess it would be a logic check, and 1 second. This will be a target of 38.
Yeah, no. I try. Hey, I just at least try.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're getting the same thing. Just like you send out the ping and just nothing comes back. Usually it would just ping right back just to show that there's a connection, and the ping just kind of goes out off into nowhere.
Okay. Great. John, when was the last time you saw them? And why didn't you go through the portal or on the crystals? Or I don't.
It's complicated.
America kind of gives John a look.
We're looking at me like that.
What?
Looking at me.
I'm sorry. How are you feeling today? How are you doing today?
It's all right. But no, I wasn't there when they decided to. He gestures. Unsure how to describe it.
Okay. All right. So the last time I saw you was in your universe. And judging on America's question, I feel like there was something there missing that I did not see or know.
America kind of gives the similar look to Uatu and says, "Hey, Uatu, let's get some refreshments. Y'all must be hungry. We're gonna get some."
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, not the
No,
double bomb.
Yamaya pulls out the mom tone. No. Stay.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. America plops back down.
What happened?
We fought the devil.
And the devil fought back. I wasn't there. I shouldn't be telling the story anyway.
So that's what everybody was fighting inside.
No, outside.
I was outside though. Well, I chased what's his name? The one that was married to Dr. Angela.
Yeah. Oh, you mean Yeah, that was the devil. Or my devil. And the fact there is more than one scares me.
Okay. So you guys fought the devil.
Yes.
I'm not entirely sure I believe that that's the case, but okay, we'll go with it.
Do you see when my face is on fire?
Uh-huh.
And you don't believe that has something to do with the devil?
It could be more of a probable cause of an entity that lives within you. I wouldn't necessarily
That
call it
too.
the devil.
No, it's not the devil.
That's just what you're calling it, is the devil.
No.
Okay.
It kind of thinks, all right, I'm gonna try something new. And he's going to try to make the main spirit project outwards so it can talk to Yamaya.
Whoa.
Because he doesn't know how to explain it, so he's gonna try something new.
Okay. The main
And I-
spirit, which spirit? The spirit of vengeance?
Yeah, the one he
Oh.
actually can talk to.
Okay, so you're trying to just let her take over to talk through you?
No, just manifest.
Oh, okay.
Because the
know
design
what?
is cool and I want other people to see it.
So here's the thing. I think she normally wants to be more in control and visible anyway. So I'm actually going to have you do an ego check, and you're going to get double edge on this
Oh god.
because she'll be like, yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, let's talk. I want to talk. Okay.
Ego check. What's the target number?
Yeah, target number will be, I think, honestly, it's your own ego defense. You are rolling against yourself.
Oh no, I'm 25. I succeeded. Just.
Like right on.
Oh. Oh, snap. Okay. Yeah, so can you describe what it looks like when she manifests?
You just see kind of like I'm guess are there shadows in the hideout?
There can be, yeah.
So you just see someone grunge its way out of John's shadow.
Yeah. Climbing up out of that shadow, Yamaya, you start to see the form of a woman. Long, wavy, dark hair. Right now she's all shadow, so it's all dark. And you see kind of these flowing skirts and robes around her. But then you see the outline of like sharp, almost like leather sculpted jacket or top. And as she starts to take form, she takes like a slight fleshy tint to her appearance, but still the shadows and smoke is kind of swirling, so that you can tell this is an illusion. And she looks around confused, first at John and then at the rest of the people in the room, and says, "What do you want?"
I might need you to explain the situation.
Oh, our
I'm running
deal?
out of ideas. The deal and what happened back home, because I'm running out of ideas to explain.
Oh, well, all right. She looks at you, Yamaya, and she says, "Some people call me the spirit of vengeance. I came across a lost soul that had recently departed, and I gave him a second chance to walk this earth and to avenge those who need avenging. And then Mephisto also made an offer, I think is a less superior to mine offer, but the Ghost Rider spirit then started inhabiting this body as well. So we share John. He is our avatar and he does our bidding, although really he's in control. He doesn't like it when I say that he does our bidding. And I like to appease John because he's a good man. And as for our deal, we recently came to the conclusion that instead of having an adversarial relationship between me and the Ghost Rider trying to get John's attention, we decided to work together to get rid of Mephisto because none of us liked being throttled. by that damn devil in a cowboy hat and chaps.
There's that word devil again. Very interesting that you guys refer to it as such when you're just probably entities of energy put together.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, so there's people who have referred to my relatives, if you will, or myself included, as gods. We're just entities as well. So my assumption is that is what you are.
Come again?
Gods. Have you heard of that term?
Yes.
Ever heard of Athena, goddess of war?
I'm not questioning things anymore, so I'm just gonna assume you're related to Athena, the goddess of war.
Okay. Have you ever heard of Hephaestus, god of the
Yes.
forge? Yeah. Have you ever heard of? There's a goddess named Yemeja. She's the goddess of water
Yes.
and storms.
No. Wait. Not that last one.
What do you
I
mean?
did-
You've never heard of? Okay.
I never paid too much
Fine.
attention in school. Okay.
You know, it's fine. It's fine. But you've heard of the other two. Those are my parents. They're not gods. We're just entities.
Right.
Just like what this thing in front of me is. It's just an
Please don't call her a thing.
entity of energy.
Don't call her a thing, please.
Spirit.
Thank.
It's a matter of energy.
You
Do you
relate
have
to
a name?
password?
I don't have an earthly name. Just the spirit of vengeance.
Vengeance. I'll call you V. All right, great.
It's all right by me.
You got V. We've got Ghost Rider. That's the other entity. I want to call it a thing, but okay.
I mean, that is a kind of a thing.
Okay, so we've got V and we've got a thing. And you guys were
Yes.
fighting over what now? Mephisto?
John.
Or, oh,
John. You're
Yeah.
fighting over John. You're fighting over John's body?
Well, we both inhabit John's consciousness and body, yes. And through him, we are able to impact the world. The Ghost Rider likes to take souls with a penance stare, burn things.
And clarification, John, you consented to all of this.
yes.
John was very lost and sad when I met him.
And dead. But,
And dead.
But comes.
Interesting. And dead. Well, okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. You'd make such I probably would do the same thing. I'd probably make those kind of decisions too. But anywho, all right. Fascinating that you exist. Nice to meet you, V. You hungry? Do you need anything? Can I get you something?
I am biding my time until we can wreak havoc and vengeful fury over Mephisto.
Now we're gonna have to back that trolley up on the vengeance here and bring that dial down just a little bit. But we'll let you know when we need that.
I will be here waiting. And she kind of retreats back into the shadows, John's shadow, and disappears.
So she's a bundle of joy.
Be happy you didn't meet the other guy. I mean, you technically did meet the other guy, but you know,
Mephisto or Ghost Rider?
the skeleton
Ghost Rider.
and technically Mephisto. You know,
Oh, you're complicated. Okay.
yes.
Got it. Okay, so all of that happened in your realm. I ended up disappearing. My apologies. I felt the cries of my children and felt like it was a necessary time to go chat with them and make sure they were okay. Turns out, first and second grade. No, first grade is really difficult. They were supposed to be in first grade, but then they went into second grade. So that was complicated getting your kids into second grade. Let me tell you, bus schedules are not easy to deal with. So I can understand the conflict of V and Ghost Rider when you have two second graders trying to get ready for school.
Okay.
No? Not at all.
No.
Okay, that's fine. Do you want food? Are you hungry? Can I get you something?
Uh,
America, I know you're hungry.
Yeah,
I could eat.
the thing, I technically don't have to eat, or drink, or sleep.
But you've eaten my food before? Or are you just
I
being
can.
nice?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes, but I like how it tastes.
Okay, I'll take that. Fine. How dare. Okay, what does everybody want to eat?
Can you make those papas rellenos again?
Yes. I'm so glad you asked. Yes. Anything else?
Awesome. Uatu says, I also do not require sustenance.
It's a pity. It is a pity. You have no idea what you're missing out on. All right, fine. I'm going to whip up a storm here in the kitchen. We're going to brainstorm about how we're going to get our compatriots back or how we're going to get to them.
Side note,
Communication-wise, huh?
did you know about Divinity?
Know what?
That kind of just like a hindsight gesture to imply.
He's a child?
America bursts out laughing.
I had no idea.
Yamaya!
That is like an eyebrow raise. Like, yeah,
I'm in utter shock.
You know, I may be stupid, but don't condescend to me.
Yes, I've known the entire time. We used to be on the same team. I used to be his age, their age.
Right.
A lot of
I have-
secrets have come out recently. What was that, John?
I have several questions about the age thing, but I'm not questioning anything anymore.
Let's take those questions to the kitchen. Yeah?
Let's go.
Okay. And you all move over to the kitchen as we transition back to the swirling paint world. But now we are inside that green building of sorts. Dr. Angela Winston, you are in your lab. You have the model, the 3D model of the device that they want you to build. Tell us what your lab looks like. What kind of equipment do you go to first to make this device?
Well, from what Dr. Angela realizes is that she's actually going to have to make a lot of the components herself, that it doesn't necessarily exist in her lab, but there are certain chemical structures that will help make it easier for her. Because like in paint worlds, it's not really, they don't really do things with like mechanical things. Like the very fact that she has been inventing scimitars and, giant crayons and balloon animals, that's outside of the realm of anybody in paint world. It's liquid processes basically for theirs, and liquid walls, just everything like that. So this is like sparking off a lot of her the inventor aspect of her. Like this is like a big breath of fresh air, and so she's kind of like her flight speed is ridiculous in paint world. So she is like literally a blur, going from like one corner flying around into another, and then she like flies up to both of you like, I am sorry, are you peckish? Would you like to eat? This is just going to take me a second more, but if you want food.
Oh, I don't need to eat in this form. I'm good, thank you.
You're faster than me.
Oh, really?
I don't like this.
Oh,
Yes, a little bit.
you like to rub your speed in everyone's face. This must feel
That's
very
fine.
odd.
That's fine.
You did this last
One
mission.
must accept defeat with grace.
Well, my mom was able to change my alien, so I mean, it happens to the best of us.
if you do change your mind, right over there, and she points to a corner that seems like, I don't know, you get the overall feeling that it's just fluffy and lovely and floaty in that area. Like, I have many different liquids and chemical combinations that I just recently went shopping. So just float in whatever you would like to have, and you'll absorb it, and your metabolism will just like take in what you need.
Thank you for the hospitality.
And she's gone again.
Just zipping off. As she's like, this and no, not that, this, kind of a deal, as she's constructing this communicator. Not only constructing it, she's trying to make it better than it has ever been before. Cool.
Like, depending on what you want to do with it, and I'll put in whatever I need to for it, to even make it be like where you can send, instead of just communicating, you can send in a hologram of the person to wherever they're reaching, like Star Wars.
Yes. I love that. Yeah. Making a note. And okay, so let's have you do a roll for your inventing and putting together this mechanical object. Now, you have quite a lot of really great traits and powers that help you do this. So you have an edge on logic checks when creating or repairing gadgets. That's going to come into play. Your scientific expertise comes into play. So you're gonna have double edge on a logic roll for this. And then you can add +2 as well because you're in your lab. Okay. And then going down to your powers. So Earth 616 viewers, and also fellow players, because you all haven't heard this part, we actually created a homebrew power set for Dr. Paint.
Oh.
Yes, it is called Matter Control. And so she has I'm happy to share this too. I'll post it in our Discord and such. So she has basically a stack of powers that kind of stack the way that energy control stacks, or even weather control, except she can use it as either on like non-living objects to create and form things and change their matter, or she can do, well, she said she hasn't tried yet, but maybe she could use them on living things. Yeah, who knows? I don't know. Who knows what would happen? I don't know. Okay, so
find out somehow.
I mean, right? Okay, so it looks like, do you have an idea of which one of your matter control powers you'd like to use for this?
Okay, so I was kind of thinking a matter rearranger. Like, I think that might be the easiest one out of those to do. Where it's just like, I mean, it says drastically change appearance, but it's like, I would take that a step further and be like the 3D matter that it is, not just cosmetic.
So that might even be matter scrambler.
That makes sense.
Drastically changes the atomic makeup of a living or non-living object.
Okay, then that's definitely what's going on.
Okay. All right, so it'll be an agility check. And then since this is not a living target, your target number is going to be 25. And then the damage doesn't really apply unless you get a really bad failure. Yeah, so.
Okay. All right, so let's do a double edge for that, and then I get a +2.
Yep.
Ability. Oh,
so, yeah, target 25, double edge, logic roll.
Okay. So a logic roll. All right. Double edge. I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll both of these then.
Okay.
I'm sure we can do better. And we oh, and I got a 1 on the Marvel die.
Yes.
So I got 2 6s and a 1 on the Marvel die. So was that 13 plus?
Wait.
Oh.
Wait, that's what?
Yeah, that's an ultimate fantastic roll. So your 1 turns into a 6.
Oh, cool.
And so now that's 18 total on the die plus your 16.
Well, 18 plus 2 because I'm in my lab.
Oh, plus 2. Yeah, 20
plus
16.
So 36.
Yeah. So you got an ultimate fantastic roll. That is the best roll in the game.
Could have possibly done.
Yes, it literally is the best roll in the game. So yeah, you're able to do everything you set out to do with this, including that holographic upgrade that you wanted to do.
Ooh.
And so yeah, this
Can I
object takes-
transition us into the other dimension with it, like a one-timer?
Describe that to me.
Afterwards.
And then it breaks, you said?
Well, like transition transition us over into that other dimension, and then it breaks. But I have the knowledge up here where I think I could maybe make another one to be able to get back.
Oh, are you talking about the other part of this power, the thing that could happen?
Yes.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you did get a fantastic success. So yes, I'm gonna say yes. You can make it that effect.
Okay. So this communicator sends holographic versions of whoever is utilizing it to their target person. But not only that, it sucks those people into that dimension, after which it breaks. And I have to find material components from that dimension if I want to get back or go somewhere else.
So just to clarify, do we get teleported to American Chavez pocket dimension? Is that all of us?
I believe so. And that would have been the last ping you did on your communicators. So yeah, if you, once Dr. Paint powers this up, that probably would be the place that you would be sent to. Yeah. Okay. So
yeah,
that's what happens.
Dr. Angela is like dancing around like, the laughter is, it's on the fence.
Kind of sus, right?
Kind of sus. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Kind of sus, just a little sus.
I don't want to say mad scientist, but
having a real good time.
You should keep.
She just has a lot of joy
on her.
So we're
keep an eye on her.
Has the
concerns me.
Just to clarify, we're still in the universe and we haven't teleported, or we're now back in Captain American Chavez universes now. Like, have we actually teleported there yet, or we're still in the Paint universe right now? Just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, so I think that depends on Dr. Angela. Do you feel like you would have powered it up right away? Because I think when you powered it up, if we use that fantastic success as the thing that could happen, then yeah, it would probably happen right away. Do you powered it up right away, or?
I mean, unless somebody has something that they want to say before she pushes the big red button.
Divinity 12, the red button is awesome. All right, so I guess we end up getting teleported to the Pocket universe.
Yeah. Dr. Winston, you see their splashy forms get sucked into the device and they're gone.
Oh, I go with them.
Oh, you do? Okay, yeah. Then you go too. All right. Are you wearing the communicator, by the way, then, Dr. Winston?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so then what happens now is that back in... Oh, you know what? Actually, this would be a great time for us to take our break.
No worries, no worries. Yeah, this will be a great time. So I hope you enjoyed this episode so far. If you like what you see here, make sure to join the Discord. You should see in the chat below, we have an area for spoilers, non-spoilers, and we would love to hear your thoughts about the campaign. We'll be back for the second half of Marvel's new Vanguard, about 10 to 15 minutes. But until then, farewell for now. Hi, and we're now back for the second half of Marvel's The New Vanguard. So with that, Aliza, take it away.
Okay. Yamaya and John, you are with America Chavez and Uatu. Well, actually, Uatu is not in here because Uatu does not need sustenance, as he said. He's in the other room. But you three are in the kitchen. And America senses something first, being multiversal as she is. You notice her kind of jerk her head.
What's wrong?
Something's coming. And then you hear a splatter in the next room.
This sounds like my two children who just splattered something on the wall.
You did it. How did you? That was so fast. We're back. We're back.
No, wait a minute.
Wait. Oh,
Quick question: what does Dr. Paint looks like outside of the Paint universe?
Yeah, let's get into that.
I think just like how Doctor Strange 2 is, where they become what it is in that world, like each world they go to, I think Dr. Paint is now flesh.
Mhm.
I think she is. But she's covered in tattoos.
Mm. Can you tell us a little bit more about, like, does she look kind of like you, or does she look like the other Dr. Angelas, or neither?
She's been blessed with height, unlike me. She's standing at about 5'11", very close to 6 feet in height, which is like the perfect height. Her eyes are blue. Her skin is browned, my skin tone. Her hair is white. It is still in that 3B, 3C, but it's white, and the edges of it are rainbow, like different colors of the spectrum. So it's kind of like a shifting thing that happens there. Kind of like if you take a paintbrush and you dip it into paint, that's like how it is all around for her hair. She is, let's say she's wearing a lab coat.
I can imagine that.
Yeah. She's wearing a lab coat, but it is purple. It is not white. So purple lab coat, white slacks underneath, and a lavender like blouse like top as well. And there is let's say a big halogenic type of crystal that surrounds her throat. Those that are into crystals know that it's labradorite. And she's just kind of staring at her hands. Oh, and her fingernails are like multicolored. That's not nail polish. That's just like how they are. And she's just staring at her hands and like flexing them and looking around.
see, I told you.
Certainly can make an entrance.
Oh, wait, we gotta find the others. Where's everyone else at?
You
I think they'll come here.
see Uatu, who is hard to surprise as a watcher of the universe, of the multiverse, standing eyes wide and just looking. I did not see that coming.
This is amazing. How it's like I'm trapped in like a tight bag, and I'm within the bag, but I'm here. How do you do this normally?
Well, this is what we're used to. I wasn't used to being liquid before, but this is welcome to our home. Well, kind of our home. Yes, it's the Pocket Universe. Oh, let's see if we can find the others, and then we can all talk about what happened.
I feel like that splat would have brought you to the other room. Yamaya and John?
Yeah, I definitely would have grabbed a sponge and some water and some paper towels because I heard the splat and it reminds me of my children.
Yeah, and sure enough, there's residue paint from the transition between worlds splattered all over the Pocket Universe.
So the minute Divinity sees Yamaya, they're going to just run over there and just give her a huge hug and be like,
It was good to see you again.
Oh, yeah, I missed you too. Why? Well, why did you make a mess? What happened here? Why is there a mess?
Why does it smell
Oh.
like? Why does it smell like paint in here? Just walks in. It's like, oh,
I think we are focusing on the wrong thing. We have made it back, and we brought a Dr. Winston with us.
Back from where? From a dumb decision?
That's very judgmental. That's very judgmental. That hurts. That hurts my heart.
And I'm sorry, you said Dr. Winston is.
Hello.
Dr. Winston.
Oh.
Hello, Winston.
Oh,
But a good one.
why?
Hard angles in this room.
There,
You
yes,
know that.
yes. There are a lot of hard angles. There's some softer angles in some other rooms, and
Everything's like 90 degrees or triangles, 45 degrees. It just, wow.
so,
there's a room that's 360.
So John is black and white. Does that freak out Dr. Angela Winston?
Actually, that would be normal for her because there are so many different kinds of, let's say, scenarios or what would be, backgrounds that happen in Paint World. If anything, it's having this hyper realistic, angular world is different. In fact, she might be more comforted by the fact that you are normal.
Oh no!
That desaturation.
All
Why
right.
does it smell like paint? Why is there paint?
We came from a paint world. She's from a paint world.
It was very colorful.
That's
Yes,
exciting.
I like to keep my section of it very, very colorful. This has color, but you could try harder.
Oh, you
That
should
was
see the
himself.
kitchen. It's very colorful in there.
The kitchen.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring Dr. Angela to the kitchen. I'm gonna show her all of the painting. It's all like kind of like a yellowish paint. All of the masks from Puerto Rico. They all have very colorful looks with all the horns and the spotted looks. We have a kind of. I think at this point, I feel like you might have put like a Puerto Rican flag somewhere around there.
Yeah. Oh no, you said that right away.
Did I? Yeah. Okay. Great. Great. Like.
Side note, many of you have probably heard this. It is true. Puerto Ricans are obsessed with the flag. My mom gives me like 8 things with the Puerto Rican flag on it every year. It's true. It's all true. It's all true what they say.
There's a reason why I can go into the history lesson
It's
later.
true.
Why we like those flags so much.
That
We'll
part.
get into that right now.
That part.
That's a history lesson.
Yeah.
But yeah, Puerto Rican flag like hanging there. Like you got all the colorful masks. You got like a wooden pilon. You got like another pilon that's like colorful. Like there's a lot of color, like a Caribbean home would look like here.
Dr. Angela like starts breathing easier, like in this room. Be like, this makes me feel so much better.
Oh, good. I'm happy. Can I get you something? Do you? This is gonna sound weird. Do you eat? Do you ingest? Do you drink?
Of course I eat. Where are your nourishment pools?
Right over here. I'm gonna open the refrigerator.
It's a whiskey.
There's John's whiskey. It's there.
Actually, what's his name?
Uatu?
Yes, Uatu. I actually call for Uatu.
Yes.
Can you manifest nourishment pools by any chance?
He closes his eyes and you can see his big brain searching the depths of the multiverse. And that. And then at the flick of a finger, even all of a sudden, Dr. Paint, one of your favorite colors and chemical makeups of nourishment pools just starts floating suspended in the kitchen.
Can I eat it in this form though? Is this about to be a real bad thing?
You can certainly try.
Dr. Angela sees it and is like, oh, good. And face first.
What is happening?
So, oh goodness, I'm gonna have you roll for this because literally, who knows if you can have
I'm curious.
nourishment. Yeah, like, okay, so, I mean, I think it's resilience, probably. This is some type of chemical makeup that in your paint form would be totally not only harmless, but nourishing to you. So but in your fleshy form, it could be harmful somehow. So I think let's do resilience. I will give you trouble on this, unfortunately.
Okay, because I have enduring constitution.
Ooh, what does that say? What does that do?
Oh, I said the character can function for up to 48 without sleep and has an edge on resilience checks to overcome fatigue or weariness.
Yeah, which is good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you'll just get one trouble on this for your fleshy form. Target number will be, I'm going to have you roll against your own resilience. Target number 22.
Okay. Let's see here. So trouble, I got a 5, a 4, and a 2. Which one do you want me to re-roll?
The 5, please.
Oh, that's a 6.
Oh, well,
Lab dice.
you still take the 5, so good for you.
Oh, I do.
It's because it's like disadvantage, yeah.
Okay.
But that's a good, that was a good one.
5, 4, 2, 9 to 11. 22. I hit it.
You hit it, yes.
Hit it.
So it's funny because now you have taste buds, right?
Nah.
There's also a little bit of like oiliness that you don't usually feel when you absorb these nourishment pools.
Oh, this is thick. So
Yeah, that looks like it.
yeah.
Can I ask, what is Dr. Paint's favorite, like, what does that color look like, perchance?
It looks like what if you swirl together the most vibrant pieces of a cheeseburger.
So on that note, I start pulling out ingredients of a cheeseburger and start trying to make like kind of the same color that they were trying to ingest. And I'm gonna start making a cheeseburger to see if that kind of coincides. And like once I make it and kind of hand it over to Dr. Angela, I'm like, try this. It might help.
Yeah, and you see that at this point she's like, and then like picks up the cheeseburger and like, oh, this is what it's supposed to taste like.
There you go.
Oh.
Just take a nice big bite into that.
Oh, not that this isn't an effort as well. This was
I understand.
an effort.
I'm wondering if the paint world has Mountain Dew. Like, what would that be like?
We are not testing that.
Oh, okay.
You need
Captain America. Captain America groans loudly.
Would it be different greens for different? I
Yellows.
want to go back to find this out. How
Yes.
would this work?
Later on, Angela Winston, can we visit your world so I can see what Mountain Dew will look like in your world? Like, would it be green? Would it be yellow 9? Would it be like, what would it look like?
If you gave me some of it, I could let you know what the colors and the makeup was.
As they say that, I pop up 2 bottles of Mountain Dew, one to Divinity, and I kindly place one in front of Angela.
Like Angela's a genius and a scientist, is able to figure out that you twist off the top.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this is evil. Oh, it's so.
Yes, someone finally agrees. Do you want to join the team? That's all Divinity needs. They have to join the Vanguard just to like Mountain Dew.
I've never been asked to join something before. It's always been me alone. I don't know.
Well, you definitely don't have to worry about that anymore. Actually, one of the reasons why we wanted to bring you here is because we wanted to let you know what's going on with all of the other Angela Winstons and see if we can make sure you don't get captured by them, because they're going after all of them.
I'd like to see someone try to capture me.
I appreciate
Funky.
the attitude. Very nice. Very nice. I like it.
So,
Well,
go ahead.
please enjoy your burger. I have some bones to pick with some of my teammates, if you don't mind. So you rode a crystal into a portal.
That wasn't my choice. I was going to stay behind. Oh, wait. And
you see them reach into their back pocket, and they take out this golden bracelet that was given by Athena. And they grab it with two hands, kind of like respectfully within their thumb and their index finger, and then they present it to you very softly. They say,
your mother says hello, and she loves you.
Yamaya takes the bracelet, says nothing, and just walks away from everybody and goes to her room.
Joan is still processing what's happening and then just blinks. It's like points at Divinity. It's like, you're a kid.
Well, yeah, I'm part of the Young Avengers. What? You didn't know?
You're 7 feet tall.
Oh. Yeah, that's what I changed. But normally I'm small. Like 4 feet.
I completely understand the confusion. When we first met, I made sure to attack him first.
Yes, it was very strange. I've never had someone attack me first who was... No, I take that back. Yamaya tried to punch me when we first met for our first time as well. It seems like everyone wants to hit me when they first meet me. I don't understand why.
Well, in my defense, I was defending my precious inventions from the B-Moors.
The what?
The B-Moors.
Could you tell us more about them? These B-Moors?
Oh, well, definitely. I mean, well, with them, it's, you know, when you have certain individuals that have a bad mix of curiosity and destructiveness, but they lack the ambition to make things on their own.
So children.
Rita Repulsa.
Who?
These sound like names of people? I do not know them.
Well, I could show you one day, but I think I get it. Why are they coming after you?
Because I do invent things. With Paint World, we're very harmonious, but it is chemical compounds and liquid, and I have been experimenting with inventing beyond that. I mean, literally, your communicator has opened a whole new world for me for these physical components that can go with chemical and liquid and explosive. And if I use some living matter, who knows what I could actually create out of all of the above. But I digress. Yes, the B-Moors, they just literally just need to be more than what they are.
Oh.
Uatu rubs his chin in thought. Be more. As in Benjamin Moore? And America says, you mean the paint guy?
Oh. So, in your world, a painter is the most dastardly villain? I never thought I would see the day that will take place.
Well, there are better ones, definitely.
Is there another group called the Michelangelos?
Well, there's a number of different sections of Paint World, if you must know. I mean, I'm sure everyone's heard of Dudley Moore or Bear. There's many. Annie Sloan.
I'm gonna need a drink for this, and kind of reaches into John kind of reaches into the fridge, pulls out the.
Sherwin Williams. I mean,
I'll just say that one.
and I'm sure you've heard of the blackest black and the pinkest pink.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm so confused right now.
Your world is a rough place. Those are all names I love, and they destroy them.
Well, it's not as bad as all that. It tends to be disagreements that happens. And then, Paintsy comes in and puts a bunch of murals up that just shows us how ridiculous we're being, and it evens out again.
Yeah, that's good. In that case, do you know if one of those groups of individuals, like the B-Moors, has a symbol that looks like this?
And they'll try to pretty much present the symbol of the circle with the skeleton butterfly in the middle.
This is the group that's tried to capture all of the Angelas and do evil things with it. One of them is actually Angela. So unfortunately, you are a nice Angela, but there are some evil Angelas out there too.
What? You kind of buried the lead on this.
Oh well.
It's fine. I don't mean to be rude. I'm gonna go check on Yamaya. I'll be back in a moment. Don't break anything while I'm gone.
I will.
This is too complicated for me. I'm gonna go help.
Okay.
John isn't good with colors. He has no concept of red or green.
Well,
So Usnavi and John go to Yamaya. Okay. So we'll follow them in a moment.
You said that there is an evil Dr. Angela. Emphasis on the doctor. Didn't go to paint doctorate school for nothing. There's an evil one that is collecting the rest of us.
yes, one. Well, first, what we know is that they're trying to do things with the multiverse itself. They captured our friend America and extracted her power, so therefore they could go into different universes themselves, because that's what America could do. And so she's grabbing all of the different Angelas that help bring her plans to fruition. Like the previous universe before we came to yours, we met another Angela who is actually part of the Black and White universe, Black and White guy universe.
The same one as your friend with the fire beard.
John.
He doesn't have a fire beard.
Not a fire beard. I'm inventing canon.
I heard Firebeard somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that universe. It was John, and she was being forced to work against her will. So the Angelas that are nice, well, she's forcefully doing things. She's forcefully capturing them to do her plans, her evil intentions, and then the other evil Angelas are just going along with it. So you are going to come across her eventually. That's why we thought the ones who were coming after you, we thought they were part of their group. That's why we didn't attack you first. Otherwise, we would have attacked if we thought you were one of the evil Angelas.
Huh. Okay. Evil and good. Those are very strong concepts.
I'm 12.
Fair enough. I forget sometimes with the height. So Would you say then, out of what you know, my ability to create things that I'm just limited by my mind, and also this possible technological ability that I've developed to go through dimensions, would you say that is more or less powerful than the evil Angela that you know?
We never actually met the Angela in person. But we do know the Angela can send these crystals. Was there a crystal ever sent to your world?
No.
Oh.
In fact, you are the first foreigners of Paint World that I've run across.
Oh. Wow. Well, you're lucky. In our universes, she sent this crystal that was huge, bigger than even I could pick up, and I could pick up a lot. And she sent it to all of the different multiverses. So she's very powerful. I'm not sure how she does it though. I kind of get it, but again, I'm 12.
Yes, I wonder if she's more powerful or if she's only just had more time. Would you like another Mountain Dew?
Yes, but I could actually change now because everybody here knows what I look like. I don't have to stay in this form anymore.
And you see like this purple energy just like wrap around them, like almost like a spirally tornado. The essence itself looks like the essence of space. Like you see like blues, there are purples, and hits of like bright whiteness all shine around him. And you see his form starts to shrink from 7 foot to 6 foot to 5 foot, and they stop at around 4 foot 2 inches. And before you is this 12-year-old kid, long blonde curly locks that spins around like Fritos, those Fritos curls, those barbecue ones. He has light hazel eyes, huge cherubic cheeks. He has a black and green hoodie, black sweats, and these white shoes. And he looks up at you. He's like, "Hi."
Hey.
Yeah.
Got me some paint.
Yes. Okay. So it feels much better now. Having a secret identity is hard. I'm telling you that now.
I wouldn't know. I'm just myself. So
You have Mountain Dew?
As she's pouring some Mountain Dew, tell me more about your world's divinity.
Oh, okay. I can definitely do that. Well, first things first, I have to tell you about this beautiful thing known as Twitch. And then they sit down and they grab a Mountain Dew, and they, of course, start passing about the information.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We drift away from that conversation and move over to downstairs, where all the quarters are in this pocket dimension home base you all have built for yourselves. Now, Usnavi and John, before you reach the door, I want to see what happens inside Yamaya's room. Yamaya, what are you doing inside your room?
Studying the bracelet. She hasn't seen one of these in very, 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 very long time.
Yeah.
So she's just kind of running her fingers like across the bracelet ever so slowly, taking in literally every single detail of this gold bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing back memories of her family and stuff.
Yeah, you remember things like your mother wearing these types of bracelets and just manifesting them out of her own energy. She sometimes would manifest them and put them on your arms as a kid and as a young woman.
Mm-hmm.
And then just as soon as she would make them, she could also take them back and twirl them into some other object. Maybe a tiara for you or some funny glasses, things like that.
Good memories. And she just puts the bracelet on. Actually, before she puts the bracelet on, she's going to try to see if she can manipulate it like her mom.
Ooh, can you? So what power would you use to do that?
I think I'm going to try to use a little bit of my storm powers.
Cool. Interesting. Tell me more.
So I think I'm going to use thunder, and I'm going to basically try to capture the sound of thunder in the middle of like kind of like center it in the middle of the bracelet to see if it starts to vibrate.
Oh,
See if she
wow.
can make kind of like something happen, like maybe a tiny storm like inside the bracelet.
Cool. All right. So with thunder, you make an ego check, compare it against the resilience defense. You're trying to do like a concentrated, smaller thunder on this bracelet, right? You're not doing it like, okay.
No.
Then I'm going to say the target number is, this is a small object. It's probably going to be pretty easy for you. So 22.
Success.
All right. Yeah, you feel that vibration of the thunder rumbling through and across the surface and inside of this golden bracelet.
Feels good. Feels good to kind of feel a little bit of the power of like kind of her mom and her together at the same time. She just puts the bracelet on.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks like the picture of her two kids.
Okay. And outside your door, Usnavi and John, you arrive.
Hello.
Oh, hey. Can I help? Do you guys need food? Is everything okay?
No, mostly just wanted to see how you're doing. Kind of left.
Oh. Yeah. Sorry about that. I haven't had a thought about my family in a very long time, so the bracelet along with the message was a little took me by surprise. I didn't know you guys hadn't met my mom.
It was mostly Divinity doing the talking, but do you want to go back and see her?
No. Yeah, I think that chapter is closed for now. I don't know how she would take me being full-grown adult at this point. So it's probably best.
Question. Did you like age quicker?
Did I age quicker?
Or because you're kind of implying that she wouldn't expect you to be you.
Yeah, I didn't age at all. I was catapulted from one universe to another, and where I was a kid in one universe, I was a full-grown adult in another. So, I guess you could say a kid trapped in an adult body who had to figure it all out
Huh.
over many years.
Yeah. And,
Well, you have done a great job for yourself, if I can say
Thank
that
you.
much.
Thank you. It takes a lot to watch many generations pass by you.
So I imagine that would be many, many difficult things, but well, I'm sure you will be able to take care of it soon enough, I guess.
Yeah. So you can imagine it would probably be difficult for my mom to see me look like this.
I imagine it'll be more difficult to not see you, but well, I can't speak for you in your situation, but I know that I would give just about anything to speak to some people.
Oh yeah? Like who?
My parents, for one.
You haven't seen them in a while?
They aren't around anymore.
I see. It brings up some questions though. That would talk about where you're from and stuff, and I realize that there's a Angela Winston in pretty much every single one of our universes. And if I remember correctly on the chart, your color was marked yellow, and I forgot what that indicated, but I'm assuming that there is an Angela Winston in your universe. Do you think it's like this Dr. Paint? or like the adversary we're up against?
I doubt that she's as kind as Dr. Paint. I haven't encountered her myself, but my guess is the people, let's just say the people in my worlds, if they are prestigious, they aren't exactly on my side anymore.
There's an eyebrow raise from John.
My world, the people like me aren't around anymore. Suppose I know I'm the last one.
Well,
Interesting. Do you think it would be difficult to track down Dr. Winston in your universe? Should we try to go over there and see?
Well, I doubt it. Let's just say they will find me when I go back.
Okay. Because I speculate that if we can get to this Angela Winston, we would at least have 2 on our side versus 1. I think that would help us more than anything.
I know someone that's good at getting me in and out of places. If anyone knows where this doctor is, then they would know. But I wouldn't hold my breath that they will be willing to help us.
Well, I could be quite convincing and charming, so perhaps maybe I can be of assistance.
Hopefully.
Just a quick side note, because I don't know how to break this to divinity, and I'm not sure I want to, but yeah, I am Snavi. I am a corpse, and I have 2 spirits inside of me.
Oh yeah. That also happened.
I feel there should probably be more details in there. Just a few more.
I mean, I'm not bringing out vengeance again, but
Yeah, so here, let me help. So there's these entities, these bits of energy. One is called Vengeance, or I call them V. They're pretty cool. And then there's another one called Ghostwriter, where apparently Ghostwriter didn't want to make an appearance and talk. It was probably too good for me or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, apparently they have jurisdiction over John's body consensually. They all talked about this, and they all kind of worked together because they didn't like this other entity of energy called Mephisto, and they called them, what was that word again? The devil? You called them the devil? Yeah, so they're all fighting over this. And was this inside John's body? John, was this inside your body, this like fight? Was this an eternal struggle, an eternal turmoil?
No, Mephisto.
We fought Mephisto. That was there for that part.
Divinity punched Mephisto.
Great. So that happened. So yeah, we've got 2 entities sharing John's body. I guess technically 3, since John is also in there, the consciousness of John. So that's a thing.
Does everyone just have things sharing their bodies? Is that like a
Nope.
common occurrence?
Nope. This is a single dwelling body here.
All right. Well,
You? Multi-dwelling,
No.
single? No? Okay, great.
I'm just a regular mutant, really.
Oh, okay. I don't necessarily. I'm just an entity. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. That's complicated, but we should probably join the rest of the group. We should probably try to figure out how to get to the rest of the Angela Winstons, because, like I gathered, I believe Angela Winston is probably trying to make her army of herself, and that is a little bit too Inception for me.
And very narcissistic, but
I agree. I wasn't going to use that word, but here we are.
Who's a better friend than yourself, after all?
Only you would say that, Usanabe.
But it's true.
John actually cracks up. Just starts laughing.
It's absolutely true, though.
Isn't it though? I mean, they're
Absolutely.
I've made some pretty good friends that aren't me, and I'm pretty okay with this.
But who can you rely on more than yourself?
My husband.
That is a fair answer, I suppose.
Just saying. Come on, let me go cook you some food. Let's go.
And I'm presuming as they make their way back, you see Divinity has a tablet in front of Dr. Paint, and they have Photoshop in front of it. So they're showing on Photoshop. It's like, so this is what I meant when I was talking about Control Z. You just press Control Z and it backspace. So I thought that was what was happening in your universe, but this is what I used to paint.
It makes complete sense now. That and Shadow Drop. Why wouldn't someone just use Shadow Drop all the time?
It's so easy, so usable. But then in your world, you don't have like a Control Z. You don't, do you? Do you have a Control Z?
Oh, well, in a manner of speaking, acetone. You pour that on something and that's a Control Z. You know, but that works for everything. Kind of like using living beings. It could also, let's just call it the Great Eraser.
Well, that's an eraser, all right. I don't think I would want to use that. Oh, they're back. Is everyone okay? Your mind, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. The bracelet took me off guard a little bit, but thank you for the gift.
Dear God, they're actually tiny.
Hi. Yeah, I'm small.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. I don't have to hide anymore. My parents says I can show you all who I am.
I told you that from the beginning, but
yeah, sure. I was going. They were really upset, but then I told them that Monica was the one that told me I could keep it a secret. That they weren't as upset. You never met them before. You know what? We might want to save that for a different day. That Usanavi would tell you it was kind of chaotic where everyone met up for the first time.
I just, out of curiosity, how was Mom?
Well, when we first met and I told her the news, she slapped me. So that's what I mean. Like, whenever everyone first meets me for the first time, they always see the one to hit me. But then I told her, I was like, no, I was telling the truth. You're alive and you're in a different universe and you'll come back when you would like to. And she was like, will you give her this? I was like, of course. You know, you're like an auntie, so I could do it. Which I don't understand why you would slap me when you do it. But she said she didn't recognize who I was originally. How could you not recognize me? I'm 7'2" in myself.
She has seen a lot of people, so.
That's true. So what's the plan? I told Dr. Angela about everything.
Yes, I believe I have a pretty good grasp on your world now. The travails and influencers, that's a thing. Okay.
In the what?
Oh, we all come from different universes. So my universe is different.
Yes, the very concept of the multiverse, well, as much as Divinity was able to impart to me before we just went down a Photoshop hole, which is lovely.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed that. I'm not sure how much you want to stick around with us, but idea that occurred to me was that you are a very nice version of Angela Winston, and therefore I hope that there are other nice versions of Dr. Angela Winston.
I appreciate that. The doctor is important.
The doctor is important. I understand that it takes a very long time to acquire those two letters in front of your name. So yes. At any rate.
Yes, I appreciate that everyone is so welcoming here. It makes me feel right at home. Paint World is usually very harmonious, like I said, apart from our disputes that happen. And you know, what is carnage when you can paint right back over?
That's one way. That's one way of looking at it. So speaking of carnage, what I'm trying to do is to hope to stop the carnage that might actually end up happening. And thusly, I have a concept or idea that the Angela Winston that we all know and don't like is collecting herself in the other universes to create an army of herself. So if we have you on our side, perhaps we can travel.
Collecting an army of myself for us to use against her.
That sounds evil.
Let's talk about that. Let's conceptualize that and develop that into a fabulous canvas of a conversation. Okay, well, let's put a pin in it though for right now.
Yes, but like a team of us, of Angelas. Angela Avengers.
That's a concept. That's what was that word that you used, John, earlier?
Very narcissistic.
That.
Why is that the fun?
At any rate, let's put a pin in it. Because you know what? We may have to fight with what'd you call that? Angela Avenger?
Angela Avenger.
Right, we might have to fight with that sort of team. But on that note, we do need to find one other because there's definitely no I in team, so we need more than just one of you. So my guess.
Make Angela Avengers.
Yes, exactly. So my guess is that might be another Angela in a universe that we haven't quite traveled to yet. And she looked over at an Usanabi.
Well, I can say that I definitely know how I think. And after hearing what Divinity has had to say, I think I have a decent inclination of what, as you call her, evil Dr. Angela thinks. Honestly, her plan is so flawed. It's almost laughable. But in any case, I do know how I think. So if you want some help in that regard, I can. And then plus, of course, I can do this. And Dr. Paint is going to swirl on her arm and make an exact copy of one of the masks that's up in the kitchen. Except it has a different color scheme with it, kind of like a mirror image.
That's helpful.
Would you like to go? Wait, so we're going to Usanavi universe?
I think that would be an interesting twist, seeing as we haven't heard anything from his universe, and it's a possibility we could sway that Angela to come help us.
Okay, all right.
And
Okay.
just so that I know very quickly, your plan is just to stop evil, Dr. Angela, but not to do more than that? Maybe set some things right that have gone wrong?
Like what?
Well, I assume in your universes, you also have individuals like the B-Moors that try to steal things instead of inventing them. And they don't compensate. They are, well, blurping splashers, basically.
Is that a cuss word?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Something.
I've grown up with the concept that one does not interfere with such things as that. There's merely to observe and help where needed, not necessarily rectify problems.
I do, but that's on a different team called Young Avengers. That's where we come in and we kind of like do what you do. Like what you said, like when people try to steal things, we stop them. Or if they try to take over places, we stop them. Or if they try to blow up places, we stop them. But yeah, we do that too.
Yes.
Superheroes.
Just
Superheroes. Exactly like Divinity said. Superheroes. We stop
probably
crime
go
before it
over-
happens.
In the other
we
room,
should.
you all hear an excited shout from
Here.
America Chavez.
Here's
Am
the
I-
Mountain Dew.
America, are you okay?
Oh my God, this is it. This is it, right? This is it. And you hear Uatu say, I believe this is it. They are in a room that I actually added to your home base, which is off of that main living room area. So there's like the kitchen that's off in the main room, and then the big main room with the circular couch and the multiversal TV channels. And then there's another room that's an office opposite of the kitchen. That's where you're hearing their voices from. And America says, everybody come over here. I have something to show you.
Okay. Orion. Oh, they look over. Oh, I'm Orion, by the way. That's my name. Divinity is my code name.
Oh, I'm still Dr. Angela or Dr. Winston
Dr. Wisdom.
or maybe Auntie Winston or Auntie Angela.
Auntie Angela. Okay, Auntie Angela, I like that. Woo. You just see like pop off the chair with their Mountain Dew in their hands as they still cup it like what they did back in their house. Like they grab it pretty much around here, almost like they chugging it. but they'll make their way over to the location.
Pretty sure that's some healthy.
Okay. So all of you who do come over, you pile into the office around a screen. And it's less than a TV monitor, but more than just a holographic. It's somewhere in between there. Something that Uatu has manifested in this space. Some type of device that they're using. Uatu is standing in front of it, and it's floating up in space. And America's kind of like bouncing around his flowing purple robes. And she says, "Okay, so." I didn't want to tell you in case this was an absolute failure, but we have been trying to track the Angelas, and especially the one Angela from AIDS World. Remember that there was the Angela that was like the French spy or something, and she went missing. And here's the thing: we think that Angela is the one that's the mastermind of all of this. And Uatu takes over and he says, "We have learned how to track the signatures, the multiversal signatures of each different version of one person. And we used that knowledge and applied it to the Angelas that we have met and learned how to recognize the shared signal, the shared signal that they all have. And we found that this one from GB313, she has, number one, been using some type of masking device, but it doesn't mask her signature, which is how we were able to finally track her. And number two, everywhere that mayhem happens and an Angela goes missing, her signature has appeared, often a few days beforehand, and then a different Angela comes in. In the case of the Noir Angela, GB313, we believe that is the Angela that took Angela Noir." And America takes back over and she says, "And so, according to our calculations, we can't really tell where she's going to go, but we can tell where she has been, and sometimes where she currently is if we're lucky, but then she leaves really quickly. So we can try to help track her. If you all have a plan," I kind of overheard a little bit, "you're going to Usnavi's multiverse?"
Yeah, we're hoping to stop the Angela before she gets to Usnavi's universe, if that's a possibility. And speaking of the signature, can you guys trace within Usnavi's universe if the signature was already there?
Uatu waves a finger, and on that screen that he has open, you see like these flicks of different universes passing by, almost like a Rolodex. And then he stops it. And Usnavi, you recognize the skyline of Chicago in your world, and that kind of like dark amber yellow sky of the sunset and smokestacks, and the sentinels patrolling at night. And Uatu says, "Yes, we will be able to monitor this universe to see if she shows up in it, and we will alert you if she does."
Perfect.
All right, if we are going to my universe, then you all should be aware. They are going to be trying to kill us. Well, me specifically, but then if they find you, they kill you as well.
Why would they try to kill you on sight?
Those machines are designed to kill us. I was a child when it happened, but from what I understand, some people like me killed some sort of politician, and as people are prone to do, they got angry about it and they passed a series of laws. Some of us tried to be good, we tried to hide ourselves away, and that only prompted them to create those robots. Then they started to hunt us down. That's why we don't have a Spider-Man or Thor or any of the other heroes from your universes. As far as I am aware, I am the last one in my universe.
So
time is of the essence, that we don't stay there long so we don't get exterminated.
America turns to you, Dr. Angela, and she says, and your power is amazing. If you're not in a rush to get back to your universe, I could really use your help here at the home base to maybe try to help figure out more of a plan for how to catch this other Angela. Or we can just, chat. You're really cool.
Oh, but thank you. I usually only hear that from children. How lovely. Yes, I very much enjoy wrapping my mind around scientific endeavors and calculations, and especially having to crack my own brain in a multiverse sense. That sounds intoxicatingly awesome.
Great. Okay. Yeah, I can even set up some quarters for you so that whenever you want to stay over here, you're welcome to. Oh, and that device you made?
Yes, wasn't that swell?
You made a communicator, a multiversal communicator out of paint?
In seconds.
Since they showed me what physical components were, and then once I knew that, it just made sense to put that together with the liquid and chemical components that I'd always known. And then knowing that they were foreigners to my dimension, that just kind of, everything just mixed together perfectly. It was a perfect color.
Amazing. So this is great. That means that if and whenever you go back to your multiverse paint world, we can call you, right?
Oh.
And you can call us if you need help with those B-mores.
Yeah. Oh, well, yes, I always need help with them. But if you want to become the second member of the Angela Avengers.
Oh, my name does start and end with an A.
Oh, wonderful. I'm sure Divinity's already on board. I just haven't officially asked, them yet, but.
Of course. I'll be on 3 teams. My dad would be so proud.
So, but yes, I would enjoy having more cheeseburgers. That's a concept.
I got you there.
Uatu says, yes, that can always be arranged. And America kind of puts her arm around you, Dr. Paint, and leads you towards the kitchen and says, so, I would love to talk about Paint World again, because I got stuck there one time and I could not eat anything. It was so hard. And you all hear this conversation drifting away back into the kitchen. What do the rest of you do before we end this session?
I'll be waiting in my room until it's time for us to leave.
Staring at the walls.
Orion just looks at Usanavi and says, so your universe is like the Terminator.
I have no idea what that is.
Go. You have Skynet. You're battling Skynet, but it's okay. We'll take care of Skynet.
Maybe.
So if there's nothing else people would like to do, we'll end on Usnavi sitting in his quarters, just kind of staring into space, thinking about the dreaded return home to Earth 813. And with that, we will end our session.
Wow. First of all, huge props to Markia. Yeah. That character was absolutely awesome. So endearing. It reminded me of a slightly more grown-up version of that was a Moon Girl? Is it Moon Girl? Moon Girl.
Oh,
yeah, it was so awesome.
I love that.
It was so awesome.
Yeah, I kind of borrowed powers from a multitude of different, there's an actual paint that's in X-Men, but can only draw tattoos on her skin. So a little bit of that. Scarlet Witch, Mr. Fantastic. So. Lisa was very generous with letting me morph my power set.
The fact that Lisa created one, Matt, you know what to do. Just go ahead and hit her up in the DMs. When you make that supplement. So, of course, thank you, of course, to this wonderful cast for bringing this story to life, because you all are absolutely incredible. And of course, thank you to our viewers, because without you, we wouldn't be here. So we'll be back next week. Next week is the penultimate episode. So the first season is coming down to its rightful conclusion. What's going to happen next? Will the new Vanguard stop Angela Winston? We have to see. So until then, farewell for now.
Yeah.